Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am going to talk about series 4 of Red Dwarf. So obviously this is season 4. I already did a couple of reviews for the other seasons, so series 1, 2 and 3 already. And now obviously let's talk about the original series 4. So series 4 of Red Dwarf aired between February and March 1991. It had 6 episodes and starred Chris Berry as Arno Rimmer, Greg Charles as DAVELISTER, Danny John Jules as Kat, Robert Llewellyn I think as KRYTEN, and Haiti Haybridge as Holly. The adventures of the boys from the Dwarf continue as KRYTEN finds unconventional love and discovers his humanity and true self. Arnold Rimmer is sentenced to 9,000 years in prison, meets his dashing heroic alter ego, what a guy, and leads an army of wax droids into battle while Holly grapples with her computer senility, I think, and the crew face the terrors of a killer simulant and a psychotic curry monster. So there you go. Alright, the main cast, like I talk about, they're great. Obviously it's very cool because I think obviously this is the second season where KRYTEN is one of the main characters, which is really cool. He first appeared in season 2, but then again he came back for I think season 3. Yeah, I think so. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the case here. So there we go. So obviously episodes, there are 6 of them like I talked about, and obviously episode 19 / the first episode of this season was called KRYTEN finds his ideal mate on a wrecked ship. The problem is that she appears to be everybody's perfect mate / Camille. So obviously the title of the episode was Camille, yeah, I think so. And this original air date was 14th of February 1991 on Valentine's Day, which yeah makes sense I suppose with the thematic things going on in this episode. So this was a rather interesting episode. I really like it. Obviously they played along with like the perfect mates for every person on the ship. The boys from the Dwarf, their ideal woman, and I suppose for Kat it was himself, so it makes sense. Obviously episode 2 was DNA. A strange machine turns KRYTEN into a human and Lister's Vindaloo is turned into a fearsome curry monster. This obviously released on the 21st of February 1991. So there you go. This was also a really fun episode, not going to lie. I really like that KRYTEN was turned into a human, and you can actually experiment with that I guess a bit. And he also made a couple of jokes about his body, so yeah, that was funny as well. Alright, the third episode was Justice. The computer of a prison station finds Rimmer guilty of the murder of the crew of the Red Dwarf and sentences him to 9,000 years behind bars. So there we go. So yes, this was obviously released on the 28th of February 1991. This was obviously the 21st Red Dwarf episode. So there we go. In total. So yeah, Justice was an episode that I didn't really like. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't really that well invested into it. So there you go. But yeah, whatever. Let's talk about the next one, which was Whitehall. A 1 in a million pool shot might be the only way to save Holly after a botched procedure to increase her IQ puts the ship on a course with a white hole. So there you go, where obviously time travel occurs and stuff like that. This was obviously this episode released on the 7th of March 1991. This was also a very, I want to say, a lesser episode in the season. Justice and Whitehall weren't really my favorite ones, but obviously the next two are, well, in my opinion, the funniest of the bunch. So there you go. The next one was Dimension Jump. This aired on the 13th of March 1991, and Starbuck collides with an experimental spacecraft piloted by ACERIMMER, the heroic counterpart of Arnold, what a guy, who has arrived from another dimension.
My name's Commander Rimmer, Arnold Rimmer. Friends call me Ace. I've come from another dimension. What a guy.
I really love that they introduced ACERIMMER in this episode. ACERIMMER is such an interesting character. So fun to see him. And obviously the normal Rimmer trying to talk to him. And, they both don't understand one another, which is very funny in my opinion. And I think ACERIMMER will be back in a couple of other seasons down the line as well. So that's really nice. Can't wait to see, where that story will go. And the next one is Meltdown. A test run of the Matter Paddle lands on the crew on a planet where wax droids of famous historical figures are engaged in the ultimate battle against the other wax droids. So this released on the 21st of March 1991, and this was the 24th episode of Red Dwarf in total as well. So there you go. Matter and Dimension Jump were my favorite ones, to be honest, and then Camille and DNA maybe underneath those two. So there you go. The series was not aired until after more than a year had passed since the previous one, and yet has far less changes that third season did to series 2. So there you go. This was the first series to be filmed at Shepperton Studios. I think that's somewhere in the United Kingdom. So there you go. The 1990 novel Better Than Life contained the plot of Whitehall the year before the episode aired. That's interesting. Okay, that is intriguing. So yeah, there we go. Series 4 of Red Dwarf. In my opinion, very good season. I've already started watching the first episode of season 5 as well. So there you go. Obviously, Red Dwarf was created by Dave. The series was created by Rob Grant and DOUGNAYLOR, and now obviously in the present is airing from, I think, between 2009 and 2020 was aired on Dave, so there we go. And obviously the series has a cult following. I got introduced by it, I think, last year or maybe 2 years ago or something like that. So yeah, very fun. The first 6 series were written by Grant and Naylor, while series 7 and 8 were written by Naylor alone, with collaborations from other writers as well. So there you go. So the series follows the fortunes of Dave Lister, who is stranded 3 million years into the future, together with the hologrammatic representation of his former bunkmate and immediate superior, Arnold Rimmer, a creature known as only as Cat, and a shop's computer, Holly. So there we go. Alright, and obviously KRYTEN joins them as well. So, fun. This is such a funny series. I think, in my opinion, I love Red Dwarf, and I love seeing more episodes and more seasons as well, and finishing off more seasons as well. So yes, I am currently now at season 5, I think the second episode as well, and I have series 8 and a box set, so till series 8 or 2 series 8. So I just need to get through a couple of other seasons. So there you go. Alright, can't wait to see where the adventure will go, and obviously the boys from the Dwarf will go next. So right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye.
My name's Commander Riddle, Arnold Riddle. Friends call me Ace. I've come from another dimension.